What do random people on the streets of Minneapolis think about farming in Minnesota? Let's find out. Some comments are colorful.
If I was a fisherman, I would have a hatchet. I know this sounds really gruesome, but I would just chop the head off the fish because I think that would be the most humane way to kill it.
I mean, I think you can make like certain chemicals with them. I think you can make like plastics and all sorts of stuff with soybeans. So I think they're pretty multi-purposeful.
The one farmer I know, he's very into the newer mantra, I guess, of how does he do it? He's
Who? What farmer do you know?
Some comments are encouraging.
My background is genetics and cell biology, and so I know there's a lot of science going on behind making our food better.
I think that any tool that a farmer or someone in the agriculture business has to make their product better and more consistent and more cost efficient is smarter.
Well, it's an important piece to the economy.
and I think it's imperative for the state to continue to have the agricultural exposure that it does have.
We trust the farmers.
Absolutely. I love farmers. I'm a hunter. They respect the lands. They want the best out of the lands. They're hard workers. They're just a benefit to our country in general.
Most are uninformed.
I don't know much about farming. I don't pay attention.
Guess I can't really comment because I don't know too much about it.
But all are real. Then we asked some Minnesota farmers to help people better understand the real story about what they do. Here's what they said to answer some common misconceptions about farming today.
Probably say there's more corporate farms than it is family farms.
In Minnesota, 98% of the farms are family-owned. Corporate farms, a lot of the farms, there'll be 2-3 families working together, so yeah, they get some size to them. But they're still family-owned farms. They're still run by the families, and like I say, a lot of them have been there for close to 100 years.
Me, I eat organic fruit, mainly. But like regular fruit, how much bug spray do you use to clean your fruit?
We're doing meats and things like that. I try to do anything organic, grain-free, cage-free, things like that, free range for products.
And also, like, as far as the chickens and the cows and the pigs go, are they using hormones?
I'm a mom, first and foremost, and I'm a mother of 2 young children. When those children get sick and I take them to the doctor, if the doctor recommends an antibiotic to help them get over that illness, then I'm going to follow the doctor's recommendations. The same holds true for our dairy cattle, and when we do use an antibiotic, that milk is withheld from being sold.
If you ate a 4-ounce steak, you'd get that 2/10 more estrogen in your system. If you ate the same amount of green lettuce vegetables, that's 2,000 international units of estrogen in that green vegetables you got out of your garden.
I don't like how animals are being farmed, essentially. It just doesn't seem right.
You can tell when a pig is too warm or too cold, and you do have to manage that. That is part of raising hogs. To have a comfort level for your hogs is very important.
Cow comfort is extremely important at Meyer Dairy. That's one of the most important things that we do every day.
Obviously, if the cattle aren't comfortable and happy with their lifestyle, they're not going to produce meat.
But if you ask that cow where she'd rather be in the air-conditioned barn where the milking parlor is, and they'll actually sit at the door and try to get in the door and not go out in the green pastures because it's hot sun.
My family has recently stopped eating grains in general just because we started the paleo diet.
I would like to ask farmers if they could go back to the way it was.
So to go back to the old days isn't a real valid statement. We use less, might have bigger machines, we might use nutrients, but our carbon footprint per acre and per bushel today is so much less than it was in the 70s or the 50s.
We got a very sustainable practice out here. Basically, when we take and do the soil tillage, we're kind of rolling that trash back underneath. With the herbicides, we're using them in a manner that's basically environmental friendly so that we can look at this and say down the road we have years and years that we can farm and we can have our kids farming out here.
And I know that we're going to do and make good choices and make good decisions so that future generations can benefit from that.
Minnesota farmers practice responsible, ethical agriculture for life. They call it just being good farmers. We call it the real story. See some more at therealstorymn.com.